You learn how to draw every day. That is a concept that should be a no-brainer, should be a must-do situation. You know, like everybody knows that you need to practice, everybody knows that you need to learn the fundamentals, everybody knows, or most people do, that you gotta start somewhere, right? We all started somewhere. I started somewhere. The legends, the greats, the whoever you look up to, whoever you follow, whatever content you consume of other artists, they also had to start somewhere. And it's all, I can almost always guarantee that it was from zero and it was rough. Regardless of talent, ability, it doesn't mean squat if you do not nurture that talent and ability. It doesn't mean anything if you're not consistent. The person that is consistent and focus on their goals every single day, and this is now in the art conversation, the person that draws every day, and this is my take, this is my opinion, but I almost believe this as a fact, the person that draws and practices every single day is better than the person that is talented, quote unquote. And so can you imagine what it's like if you even got an inkling of a talent or an ability to do something, and you just combine that with consistency, and that becomes discipline over time, and you just grow and grow and grow your understanding, your knowledge, and your ability to draw. I think that's the goal, right? That's what everybody wants. And I already made a video, I think, kind of talking about a similar topic, or in my content plan, I think it was, I mentioned that everything is messy, it's rough. The process is not linear, and that is true, but you should still strive to do something every single day, to be creative in some aspect every single day. No matter what it is, you want every single day to feel like you made a 1% shift towards your goals. So if I want to draw realism, maybe I want to consume books about artists that did realism, if that's the way that I want to go. Maybe I want to do some realistic sketches, right? Like practice sketches of what they did. Maybe I want to look at the books that they've done if I have access to that, and learn the steps that they took. Maybe I want to do research and get into the mindset and understanding how and why they were doing what they were doing, what it was like, etc. Like some art history vibes. Just making sure that no matter what it is that you decide to do, like even picking up a pencil and saying, you know what, today I'm going to put the headphones on, I'm going to put the earphones in, I'm going to lock in, and I'm just going to draw my heart out. Every single day is more important than trying to fit everything in one day and then the rest of the week doing nothing. It seems balanced because you're like, oh, but Monday I filled the whole day with all drawing stuff. Yeah, but it's about, did you do it every single day? Because that's what breeds a habit. Doing something one day a week and going all out and then lasting it, or which is, slang, leaving it for the rest of the week, that's not going to help you. Because what you want is to consistently feel like you can effortlessly just come up to your desk and just draw. You don't want to feel like it's a chore. You don't want to feel like it's boring, it's whatever. And so that comes into the first point. If you are struggling with something like this, where you find it hard to come up to the desk and draw, then maybe don't draw at the desk. Maybe draw somewhere else. Challenge yourself. Draw where you feel comfortable, or draw where you don't feel comfortable. Push yourself to do, like, imagine then doing the classic, going to a coffee shop and drawing there. You'll feel obligated, hopefully you'll feel obligated to do it, because now you've arrived, you're at this place, you've got your stuff. It's gonna look awkward if you're just sitting there with books that are closed, and you're sitting there with pens and all these things. Or draw on your bed. I drew on my bed for years, like literally coming up to my first Comic-Con in 2024, I had no desk. I was drawing almost everything that if you look at my channel, the Ultron, all of the older artworks, everything was done on my bed. I had a sort of like lap desk or board, whatever I could, and I just drew all the time, every time. And so my second point is, if you want it bad enough, you're going to do it. That's just it. If this is something that you feel like there's times when you're bored or your heart's not in it, that's okay. That maybe just means that it's a hobby and it's not something that you want to take seriously. I kind of want to pose this as a video for people who want to take it seriously, and also be aware of the fact that there are people that also just want to take it further as someone that has the time to do it as a hobby, and that's cool. We support all artists here. We just push you to be your best, and we don't want to give excuses for why you can't do that. That's the point. I just want you guys to push yourself, because if I can do it, if I can be consistent, if I can post on here to you guys and talk about these things, and if I can post on other social channels, if I can draw every day, then surely you can. We can find a way. You can fit it in. You can do all these things. And so the next conversation is burnout, right? But what if over a period of time I'm going to draw every single day, and I'm going to continue to draw and draw and draw? I'm going to make another video about this specific topic, but just to sum it out, I think if you at least give 1% or an hour every day or 2 hours every day, you're not going to burn out. Because that hour doesn't necessarily mean, if I've got a specific project, right? Let's say the background here. If I've got this specific project and this is what I'm working on piece by piece, right? You don't have to do 2 months of an hour every single day just straight working on this. You can do all sorts of things. You can go do painting, pottery. You can go do go learn art history, anything. Take your goal, right? Take your idea, whatever it is that you're striving to do in terms of drawing, in terms of being an artist. Take that goal and divide it into all sorts of things that can impact and help that grow, right? Anatomy, basics, color theory, and then add mediums that you've never used before, add different forms of expression, and that can fill your week. Make it interesting, make it fun, make it something that you genuinely want to look forward to. We all have the same 24 hours. Let me phrase it that way. We all have the same 24 hours. You want it to feel like this is your 2 hours where you can truly be at peace, be yourself, do what you want to do, and do it how you want to do it. And that's the beauty of it. Some people, like myself, are just able to, over time of working every single day on art stuff, I can just focus on that, or I can focus on multiple projects, right? And I can just mix it up throughout the week, and that's more than interesting enough for me. I'm able to just sit down and craft it. But I'm at a later stage where I've done all of this footwork already. I've done the hour here. Also, for a period of time in my art journey, I didn't draw at all. Like, I had sketchbooks. I loved being creative. I loved using markers, a little bit of a graffiti era, all of these things, but I never drew consistently. And now looking back at it as someone who drew consistently, it changes the game. Completely changes the game. So just trying to mix things up, do things differently. If you want to draw traditionally, or if you want to draw digitally, what are all the factors, mediums, and things that you can do that can enhance your ability to understand what you want out of art, what you want to do, how you want to draw? It can literally be anything, because as artists, we are trying to find the things that we love and care about, and I think that forms part of our style. That forms part of what we want to create in the end. What we want to create that is original, that is ourselves, that is stuff that we are happy worth. So that's that. And the next point is excitement or motivation. There's never, I can tell you now, the amount of times that there is going to be motivation is, it almost seems like never. There are days, there definitely are days where you will feel motivated, but a lot of the days you won't, and that's okay. I think as a society, as the world is now, we all think that you need to be riled up and energized and pushed to do this or to do that. No, I mean, it's like you wake up, you're gonna make your bed, you're gonna wash the dishes, you're gonna go do this, you're gonna go do that. That doesn't mean that it's inherently bad. It's just something that you need to do, and there's a beauty in that, there's a love in that you don't have to push yourself necessarily in a way that is so high level. Oh, we gotta do this, you gotta psych yourself up. No, you don't have to psych yourself up. Understanding that this is for you to either relax, wind down, and just draw your heart out, or to completely zone in, lock in, tunnel vision, and work on that piece that you've always wanted to get done. Work on that artwork that has been bothering you, or fix something, or read something, do something different. You know, that's what it's about. It's not about trying to turn this into some mental gymnastics. That's not the point. The point is to get you to take out a piece of paper and draw. That's as simple as it is. That's what it's about. So to do that, the last point, plan, structure. It doesn't have to be concrete, it can be loose, but the idea, like I kind of hinted or spoke about earlier, is that every single day you want to contribute. Think about your art journey as a pot, right? A pot. It's a big pot. Every single day you want to give towards that pot. You want to add to it. You can add to it in different ways, but the point is that you give a little bit every single day. Some days are going to be more, some are going to be less, but the point is not how much you put in every day, it's that you put in every day, right? The more work you put in, the more work you get out, or the more you put in, the more you get out, whichever. But planning and giving yourself a certain way of being, like Sunday, just look at it like this. Sunday, get a small book, use your phone, use the notes app, whatever you want, just whatever works. Even just tell yourself, if you can go by that truly and it works, Sunday, look at the week and say, well, I know I'm busy, I know I gotta go to gym, sort out the kids, do whatever you got going on. Monday, you think to yourself, what can I fit in, what can I do? Maybe some sketching, just sketching, just getting warmed up for the week. Tuesday, you're like, maybe I'll try and work on that piece that I'm not so happy about. Wednesday, you're like, I'm gonna go out a little bit. I'm going to go check out this art museum, or do some research, or something artsy around whatever you're doing. Right, that's Wednesday, I think. Thursday, that's where we are. Thursday, you're back to it, right? Maybe you want to try a different medium, you want to do something different. Friday, you want to go back to sketching. And the idea is that just giving yourself these little things to do every single day is going to add those feathers to your I completely forgot the phrase, of figure of speech, but it's going to add that little extra oomph, and it's going to fill the pot at the end of the week, and that is going to lead to you learning something, understanding something better, pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. That's what it's about, right? It's not about oh yeah, today I pushed myself to the absolute limit and I just went all in. That's not for everybody. That's for some people, yes, and I agree with that to a certain extent. But for others that don't want to go that route, you can still give 1 to 10% every single day, and you will see growth and things will change. Now the alternative to this is that you can make it even more structured if you're that type of person, and you can put all the work around certain projects and stuff that you want to get done, like let's say painting, any fine art stuff, any digital projects, animation, whatever it is. Just be consistent at it and know that work you start is work that you need to finish. That's my take. I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for all the support thus far. Check you later.